a lot. Inside us.
Can we just like get like a digital zoom on Jonah?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now can we get a picture of Elijah Wood?
Yeah.
That is a scam, by the way. Yeah, you get those.
Hey guys, welcome back.
After a long time. Sorry. I'm sorry.
It's been a while. A long time.
Quite a while.
Last podcast was Halloween.
8 months ago.
We're sorry. We've been really busy. We're making an album, and just our lives have been hectic at podcasting.
Here at Podcasting, we'd like to officially apologize to every single one of our fans out there, because we really care about you guys. All right. That's.
I know the audio quality, especially with the last podcast, was subpar. But
we're underperforming.
We bought a new microphone just for the podcast,
And I'm basically a new official member.
And yeah.
Oh yeah.
Debatably.
Depends.
We still mourn Declan every day. We mourn his loss. And we're still very sad here at podcasting. Declan brought everything together. And David just isn't good as him. But that's okay. It's just a bit, guys. I'm joking.
We love David for who he is.
And we love David. And that's a good segue into Gay Pride Month. Smooth.
It is Gay Pride Month.
So,
for those of you who don't know, every June, it is June, right? Yeah, June is Gay Pride Month. And, there's some people that are like, Gay Pride Month is a bad thing. And you know what? I'm one of those people.
Yeah, so David, we brought in the only gay person we knew to talk about Gay Pride Month.
Gay Pride Month.
So just, yeah.
So gay.
Your sister.
She is
Pan/bi.
Pan/bi, depending on what you believe. What? So she's gay. So Gay Pride Month. For those of you who don't know what Gay Pride Month is, it's a month where LGBTQ plus people go around.
LGBTIA+. That's what Jonas said.
No, that...
Continue.
LGBTQ.
It's a bit.
LGBTQ.
It's LGBTQ.
Or LGBTQ.
Continue.
That was an X.
Well,
okay, we are going very slow right now.
yeah,
My thoughts on Gay Pride Month, I think it's pretty dumb.
I agree.
Yeah.
Also, if there's a white male month, I think that would get a lot of hate.
I think that would be, yeah.
But also...
Or a white month. Or like a...
Straight Pride Month.
Straight, yeah, that would be dumb too.
That would
just
also be
dumb.
very dumb.
The thing is I went on Instagram because that's where everybody goes. This is like the first time I've ever posted anything like, serious on my Instagram. And I was like, I think Gay Pride Month is dumb. It's a time where gays get to flex how special they are to everyone else. And that's what it feels like, regardless of whether or not that's what it is about. And I got a lot of people, including my sister, in my DMs being like, no, it's about like, LGBTQ plus people are like oppressed or something. Which, I mean, I'm not saying they're not like, oppressed or anything. I just think that an entire month to play the victim cards and feel bad about yourself is not a good idea. And it it makes people who aren't a part of that community
belittling.
Yeah, it's belittling. It's belittling our problems. It's saying our sexuality is oppressed more than yours, so we have it harder. That's what it feels like.
Well, I mean, they do, but
I mean, yeah, they do, but
I think in this day and age, there are many homophobic people, and society is definitely not accepting of LGBTQ+.
I agree.
And so I do get the idea and the thought behind, like, it'd be good to have, a month of
where you can feel like, safe about it, which I don't care if you're gay. I really don't care, or queer or whatever. I really don't.
Agreed.
Yes. And it makes sense to have a month that's like, oh, I can put myself out there and come out of the closet or whatever, and like, feel fine or whatever. But what it does, it's I'm having a hard time articulating my thoughts.
It's okay, man. The viewers, they understand you might be kind of stressed trying to live up to Declan. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the reason.
But keep going.
I lost my train of thought.
Okay, well, I can.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I can speak. So, I think there are definitely, there are some good things to Gay Pride Month. I think it brings good things.
It's not all bad.
But there's a lot of bad, and I think there's so much controversy around it, and it's so just sided. You like hate it or you love it, or you're gay and you have to like protest on like your Instagram story, and then there's everyone else's story that's like blah blah blah. This is stupid. It causes so much conflict.
Mm-hmm. I feel like
it's just dumb.
Yeah, I think it's doing more harm than good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the people who like me, who are fine, who aren't homophobic, think it's dumb because okay. Why was that funny?
I saw Daniel laugh.
The way you said that.
Are homophobic like me. Okay, all right.
Are homophobic.
This is serious. This is a serious topic, and I'm trying to be serious. Okay.
Sorry, man.
Are you done?
Continue. Yeah, no, we're good.
All right. Okay, now. Okay. The vibe has been ruined.
Let's just cut that out.
Continue, Dave. You're really
okay. Anyways,
right
so people who aren't homophobic, they don't like it because people who are straight and aren't homophobic, they're being belittled because their sexuality is just not as important as they are, and that's what it feels like regardless of what it is about. And the people who are homophobic don't like it because, again, same issue, and it just makes them not like it more. So if you really want to normalize it, don't make it seem special.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a good end of summer. Yeah.
If you want to be accepted just normally by people in society, then don't make yourself special.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which Pride Month makes being gay so special and wonderful.
It does. Yeah. Regardless of whether or not that's
cool,
the intent.
But it does that.
Yeah. Regardless of whether or not that's the intent of Pride Month, it's what it does.
So I'm gonna make kind of a comparison, and we don't have to talk about this, but it's just a comparison. So, as of right now, the world's kind of crazy, and there's a movement called Black Lives Matter.
Oh.
And I know some few white people, white, straight, just people. And it's kind of the same thing, where Black Lives Matter, they get kind of intimidated, because they're like, that feels kind of belittling, like, my life also matters. It's kind of the same thing with Gay Pride Month, in a weird way.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of cut
continue.
you.
Yeah, continue.
When it's mixed with Black Lives Matter, and that having a huge spike with the whole whatever that I don't want to get into, and having Gay Pride Month, having those both combined, as a straight white male, all of my problems are being belittled. I'm gonna keep using that word because that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's being because saying that someone else's problems aren't important because your problems are harder is the language of an oppressor. because there are kids in Africa who are starving and don't know if they're going to live the next day. And that's a harder problem than you're going to have a harder time like finding a job or something being a gay person. That's much harder.
Yes, I think there's always the sandwich analogy. There's kind of a fine line between problems. Like, everyone's problems are important, right? Or,
They're important to them.
Yes. And if you tell a specific group of people
that their problems aren't important,
that's just...
Which, I mean, I guess that's kind of what saying Gay Pride Month is bad. Like saying, you can't have a month dedicated to like you getting over the oppression or whatever. You can do that and you can have that. You just have to do it in a different way than it's being done right now. Like having a bunch of companies which are probably just putting rainbow on their logos for marketing.
Yes. Yeah, it's all marketing.
It's marketing.
It's become
honestly,
a business.
It's
like that's what
Christmas is just.
Yeah, it's
companies being like, buy my stuff.
Yeah.
It's not actually that special.
Like,
anymore.
we want more popularity, and it'll be bad for business if we don't put rainbow on their logo.
That's just stupid. That doesn't really help anyone besides business. It doesn't help the gay community either.
It doesn't doesn't help anyone because they could have completely separate beliefs, but from a pure marketing perspective, that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you do it? Yeah. So.
Okay. Yeah. Any more thoughts? Really?
No, I think
we
should move on to the next topic.
Trans stuff?
Are we gonna get into that?
Do we want to do that?
I mean, if we are, let's get into it. All right, a little bit.
Okay.
I don't believe in transgender. You are born with what you are born with, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Sorry.
Okay, I think I'm not transgender. I don't know any transgender people.
Me neither. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's hard to like speak from like a educated perspective, but from like from a pure biological perspective, like you can't say, oh hey, I'm gonna identify as an 18-year-old. I'm gonna identify that I have hazel eyes. Like you can't do that. That's not. You can like put in contacts. You can put on makeup to make yourself look older, but you are not older, and you do not have hazel eyes. It's all like a ruse.
Yeah, just scientifically.
Yeah. But like, you can put that, and there's nothing wrong with like putting on contacts to make your eyes a different color. So from a different perspective, like why is there anything wrong with like, pretending to be a different gender? I don't know.
Yeah. I think a lot of it comes down to, I think, really not being comfortable with how you are or your own body.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's been this weird way where you can get out of that and then like try and make yourself feel comfortable. I don't think that's the right way of going about it.
I think what transgender stuff does is that like there's a huge like issue with like gender roles and like you're supposed to wear this if you are this gender. I feel like when people go trans, that's like trying to skirt away from gender roles, which again isn't. At the same time it just kind of makes gender roles. Yeah, it makes gender roles more worse, which is like just you should be able to like put on makeup if you want to put on makeup as a male and do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not gonna do it myself, but I don't think that you should be bullied for that. But don't like don't call yourself a female because you want to do that.
Yeah, there's a line, and the more extreme things, calling yourself, blah blah blah, all of that, saying you're scientifically blah blah. Yeah, I think that's it's dumb. It's just dumb. But if you want to, I will be supportive. Yeah, if you want to put on makeup as a dude or blah blah blah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's dumb, like personally, but why? Who's to tell you that
happy?
If
it doesn't really harm anyone else,
then literally why not?
Why do it? Yeah. I think people are. I think like subconsciously, I judge people that put on makeup as males which is probably an issue, sorry, not probably, that is an issue, because I'm making assessments beforehand, but like unless I really get to know like the reason they're doing it, then I shouldn't see that there's anything wrong with it, you know?
That goes into the like naturally as human beings, you just, it's not like you're going to judge other people.
If you say you don't judge people now, you're lying.
Yeah, I think
you're gonna judge people. That's a survival instinct to make judgments about people and surroundings and stuff. Like, if you don't make judgments, then you're gonna like have a hard time. Yeah.
Really, that's just like, that's kind of racism. That's why, honestly, it's just, that's kind of, it's been so prominent because it's human beings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
I
it's
think
hard to accept people different than you.
Yeah, it's hard.
It
to.
really is.
I mean, we should like racism is bad. Don't be racist.
Don't
but
be
like,
racist.
if I'll find that I'll subconsciously sometimes have racist judgments, and that's not good. But like, you know.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to just not do because I also, it's like subconsciously
it's
I
bred
do
into
these
you
things.
from the time you're born because society is.
Heck,
Was that
I
systematic
never
racism?
had racist thoughts before racism was like, oh hey, Black Lives Matter. I didn't think about that until I was educated on that stuff. And I don't know if like not telling people is the right way to go about that, but if I had never been told about like slavery and stuff, I probably would not have racist thoughts.
I'm gonna kind of disagree. I feel like
Yeah,
you would. It's like
Yeah,
subconsciously
maybe.
at least.
Maybe we would subconsciously have it, and then we wouldn't recognize that it's racist. So then,
Well,
Yeah,
racism
yeah.
existed before slavery.
Yeah,
That's
It's
true.
a human, just like
It's
you're
yeah,
different than me.
You're different than me, so I must be better than you because everyone has a
I don't know.
superiority complex.
Yeah, superiority complex. Just get rid of that, and racism is gone.
easy peasy, superiority complex
Oh,
gone.
It's so easy to get rid of it.
Yeah. I find myself like not just like superiority complexes, but like, you know, like having pride and swallowing your pride and stuff. You know, like pride. I don't know pride if pride is the right word, but like I'll find that I'll like be prideful.
No, it is.
Yeah,
Pride.
Prideful. Yeah, having like nationalist stuff. That's
Yeah.
that's kind of in the same category as racism, nationalism. Like having pride for your country, pride for your race.
Yeah,
I
and
guess.
like
Yeah.
anyone from a different country isn't as good as me because I was born in the best country.
What is that called
nationalism.
Nationalism,
in history?
patriotism,
Nativism.
native. Oh yeah,
When it was like specifically
yeah.
born in Wait, what is the difference between nativism and then nationalism?
Nationalism is the country. Nativism is where you're from.
I think nativism is more of a race thing, and nationalism is more of a country thing.
Okay, just proud of. Okay. Oh,
They're like really closely related, but there's a little bit like line shifts with each.
Yeah, this is kind of people don't really get how people can be so unbelievably. America is built on pride for whatever reasons. I just think, especially right now, I don't know how you can be prideful.
Of America,
of anything.
all the horrible
It's
things.
just so
Dude,
bad.
2020
It's so
is. We thought 2019 was bad. Oh man,
This is the worst.
this is
year.
probably the worst year I've ever lived.
Yeah, my mom was like, "This is like the craziest thing that's like ever happened to me," and like the time of it. It's
Not
like,
just like Corona, but like riots everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you see those in movies and you're like, oh yeah, that'll never happen. But like,
Well, I mean, the 60s, a lot of stuff happened in the 60s.
I mean, yeah.
But
was
I
like-
mean, we weren't alive.
Yeah,
then,
we weren't
so-
We weren't in a world war. We're at the brink of civil war almost, you know.
Oh yeah.
With the two parties being, with like a bunch of parties like straight white males and like
Everyone else.
and everyone else.
straight one.
Great, because it just makes it worse.
Yeah, straight
If you
straight
put it
white
into
males are
groups,
people
then
prigs.
it makes the groups worse.
Yeah, grouping people
It's-
doesn't really
It's
help
funny
anything.
because this is gonna sound like super weird, but like in sort of a roundabout way, straight white males are starting to be oppressed.
Oh yeah.
In a way.
by
No,
everyone
no,
else.
they are being oppressed. It's
It's
just
not
it's not as
the
like
same.
it's not
very,
as
very,
bad.
very
It's
different.
like it's a
weird.
very different type.
It's
and
a
not
very
as
different
bad.
type. Yeah, it's not as
Yeah,
bad.
and
I'm not
it's like-
saying that it's like oh, our
Yeah,
problems are
It's
Yeah.
you have to be careful
Yeah.
like saying that.
Say
white
that.
males are-
I know, but
We're
it's,
oppressed in different ways,
And-
not in the ways that like really matter.
But
as
we
much.
also have, you know,
we have
as
all
a
the
white male,
up
we have
hand,
a lot
like,
of
advantages in
yeah,
society.
yeah.
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 So
The thing is that like if a gay person were to do something great, like amazing, it would be people would think it's greater than if a straight white male were to do the same exact thing because
Yes.
they're gay, so that makes it better.
Yeah.
You know?
which is, you know,
Which I mean,
that sucks.
yeah, that sucks that happens, but like, you know, I mean, sure, maybe they have it harder and like,
And it's harder to
to do said great things. It's still like at the same time, it's like as a straight white male, I'm like, oh wow, I kind of wish I wasn't privileged. Which I
So
mean, it's
yeah.
dumb. It's
Yeah,
dumb, but
it's
like
dumb.
it's still there.
Everyone just needs to be on a freaking equal playing field, because then
Yeah.
it's like some's gonna be
That's
belittled,
way
some's gonna feel
easier
more
said than
important.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
Way
that,
easier
that
said
will
than
done.
never ever happen.
Yeah, that's not gonna
No.
happen. Like
We'll get
the
pretty
ideal is
good
to get good
hundreds and hundreds.
at controlling it.
Yeah.
Over time, we'll just get better.
But,
'cause
yeah, just
the
as
old
a
people
human-
with their bad ideas die, and then the young people with better
All the
ideas.
boomers die.
Yeah, I mean,
The generation.
I feel like as generations continue, and this is just a personal thing, I feel like it's getting less homophobic and less.
oh
racist.
no, it
as
is like
general.
it's.
Oh, yeah.
as
It is
generation
definitely a
continue.
thing. The less homophobic and racist, whatever it is, the more the kids are taught better things, and then they grow up and they teach their kids, and more, it just gets better.
It will get better. There's
Everything progresses at the rate old people die. That's how society
basically.
works.
Everyone knows like
That's a good
someone's
take.
grandpa or uncle. That's
Yeah.
just super racist.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows
I think-
someone's white.
I think because a lot of things that black people will say. I feel so weird saying just black people. Anyways,
There are other words.
a
to
lot
call
of
them.
yeah, I
I
know.
think there are a lot worse.
Yeah, I think they're a lot worse than
African Americans.
African Americans. Yeah,
We are
African Americans in America.
clearly from
Because
Orient
when you say
right now.
African American about like an English person, they're not American.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, but a lot of things that African Americans will say is that like, oh, they're
Just continue.
okay. Anyways, their grandma was a slave or something, and that's terrible. But like, as generations continue, they'll have more and more of a disconnect from slavery, which is like kind of the peak of racism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think it's dying down, but a lot of people are like, oh, it's getting more racist,
Oh.
and I'm like,
It's getting better.
sure?
Segue.
Like,
Today is
Look at. Oh yeah, it's Juneteenth.
yeah, slavery 3 billion years ago or whatever in America got legally
Abraham Lincoln.
demolished. So
Yeah.
cheers to that, I guess. But continue, John.
You look at all of the government, like federal and local and state or whatever, and it's all run by boomers, the old people.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna
That's
die. They're starting to become Gen X or whatever is next,
Yeah.
and then
And then it'll be millennials.
And then-
which I feel like millennials are less, because it feels like millennial is right where like the huge rights for LGBTQ
That was in the
like,
70s.
peaked. Yeah, I know.
well, I mean, yeah, it peaked.
Yeah, I know. It peaked with millennials, though. That's what it feels like, and I'm young, so I wasn't alive before millennials. So that's just a pure observation and what it feels like. But it feels like that happened, and I feel like...
But yeah,
Yeah.
like as old people and their ideas die, young people and their ideas come in and take over.
We're
The
just
circle of life.
That's, it's good. Frick, boom.
Frick boomers. This is what this podcast
Obviously a Josh, guys. I love
Yeah.
boomers. They're old.
A
like
lot
how
of
we-
them suck,
Stuff.
but like
There's
a
some
lot of
bad
them don't.
boomers. Is Trump a boomer? I don't know how old.
No,
No, I think
before.
he's-
He's the oldest president we've ever had.
Yeah.
that's-
He is?
Yeah.
How old
he's
is-
the oldest president on
How old is Joe Biden?
older.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
he
guys,
used to be
Daniel's
old.
here.
And
Yeah. We're gonna
We'll
have a segment with them later.
Yeah.
I like how we started the podcast. It's like a super serious topic. The super serious topic, and then like the Daniel segment happened.
Yeah,
Happens.
If I ever know anything, I'll just like chime in a fact or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
be here.
Have you seen the H3 podcast?
Yeah.
So you know, like the other guys, like
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, I mean, but that won't,
you
that
can
won't be
the Dan, bro.
recording. So,
Dude, he is.
but-
Okay, yeah. Sorry, that was
Anyways,
off topic, but
but yeah, I think that wraps up for the first segment.
speaking
honestly.
of boomers, this is a segue. Corona, it's killing all the
Oh, yeah.
boomers.
yeah.
It's survival of the fittest. Mother Nature did not want
What's the natural
Homophobes.
selection? Yeah.
natural selection.
People who are like, this is
glasses
just
class.
natural selection. If you die, then well, that sucks. You weren't
That's-
destined. I mean, it's just it's.
I
dumb.
feel like if that really were the case, we would systematically murder freaking autistic people because they are not fit for survival in the wild. Let's just be honest.
some Nazi shiz right there.
Yeah, I know. But
Wait,
survival.
I'm confused. What?
Okay. All right, let me start from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Humans are trying we actively try to get rid of natural selection, you know? Because like if natural selection and we just let it run its course, we wouldn't have so many old people, we wouldn't have so many disadvantaged people, autistic people. That's not funny. We would have some Stop laughing. This is a serious topic.
Sorry.
We would have so many of those people because if natural selection were the case, they are not as fit as healthy people and people who are not autistic.
Yeah.
So if we didn't try to actively get rid of natural selection, which is a good thing, we should keep trying to save those lives because they're worth something. I'm so dumb. Anyways.
Autistic people do have lives, David. They're worth something.
Yes,
No,
they are.
okay, man. It's okay, man. I get it.
In this day and age, I have to justify myself.
You know, people like him who aren't homophobic.
Shut up, Daniel. I lost my train of thought, but whatever I was saying, I was
People
getting to a point that was very good. End of point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Makes
yeah.
sense? Okay.
I kind of made sense, and then
Yeah, I don't
get
even
the
remember
sort of
talking
changes.
about, really.
Okay, but it's Corona.
I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks.
Anyways,
People are
Corona.
dying, and at the time of filming this, it's
It's spiking again, which is
But what does that actually mean? Are they just testing more people?
no. There's just test more people that are sick, I guess.
Like,
Yeah.
it could mean a wide variety of things. It doesn't mean more people are actually getting infected.
I think people are
think-
starting to get more lax with the rules.
Yeah, more
'Cause,
people
like,
I do generally believe are getting infected. Like, you know,
Yeah.
quarantine is going down in a lot of states, and like the numbers have like whatever.
Because like
skyrocketed.
for example, like where I work, which is not disclosed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Private information.
Private information. I work at Zupas. We've opened our.
That was good. That was good.
I've worked at our lobby. We just opened our lobby, so like people can actually walk in the store now versus where we were only doing drive-through. So like, we're getting more lax on the rules, which maybe is necessary because of the economy
The
factor.
economy.
Which I don't want to get into that because that's
I honestly don't really just understand.
Basically,
I know
if the
it's
economy
failing
goes out,
everything
then
bad thing.
Yeah,
everyone will.
obviously,
A lot more people will die if the economy dies.
Yeah, I just don't know the like legit.
yeah.
But-
But anyways, yeah. But like, point is, people are getting more lax about the rules and are social distancing less. Hence why I'm here.
Yeah.
We're spreading corona.
We all washed our hands.
Yes.
We don't know if we have
Supporting the
corona. That's the thing with corona, you can have it and not know it. But
Yeah.
I
we have to get the
doubt-
content
That's
to
why
you
the
guys.
podcast was on hold, actually, because
Oh yeah, we were
Yeah,
gonna do
podcast.
one in March.
yeah, we were gonna do one, but I didn't have a webcam until way later, and then
Wait, hold that thought.
we never figured.
Hold that thought.
Okay. I don't know what you're saying. Now's not the time.
It's live?
Yeah.
It's not live now. I think this is where we end the segment.
Okay, guys. Well,
We're gonna have our interview with Daniel
Yeah,
Nelson
Daniel segment coming up
So we're gonna
after
see
the
Daniel.
ad break that we have.
Okay.
after the ad break, which really is just gonna be a.
Bye, guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Play that thing,
Whoa!
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
You just hit.
Oh!
Wow!
Incredible.
Still going.
It's still going.
Keeps on going.
Hey guys,
That was a roller
welcome to
coaster.
Three Guys on a Couch podcast. I'm the host now.
You're the host?
No,
Yeah, I'm your host, Killer.
Okay. This is the Daniel segment. Daniel, say hi.
The Daniel
Yeah.
segment.
Yeah. I'm the co-creator of the Daniel segment.
Daniel was a guest on our podcast.
You may have remembered
nearly
my
a year.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a late night podcast a while back.
Yeah, back in July of 19.
Our last podcast was in freaking October.
Yeah, we don't talk about it. It's okay. So what have you done since last time we saw you on the podcast?
Yeah, because a lot happens or tends to happen when you don't see each other for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Except if you're me.
yeah, so in between that time, I've bought an apartment.
Oh.
Oh.
Where did you buy it?
I'm making big steps in life.
Are you employed?
I'm employed. I'm working at the Blendtech HQ down in Geneva Road.
Bro, remember
Geneva.
Geneva? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I build blenders.
Nice. How long have you been working there?
Hey, did you know that
About
Blender
1
is
week.
One week.
application that you can make 3D models? That's what Blender is.
3D models of blenders.
No, like blend tech.
No.
So is that like smoothie blenders? That you see
Yeah,
on
you
TV?
make smoothies and protein shakes, anything you want. There's the
Can I make salsa?
the guy who's in all those videos who's like, will it blend? And he blends up like Han Solo, and he blends like eggs, and he blends freaking iPhones, and it's
I
like
thought-
it's still blending the iPhones up. Anyways, I see him like every day.
Oh.
The blended guy.
Yeah, the blend it guy.
I don't know if
The
that's
Sham
his
Wow
name.
guy.
Yeah, he was kind of a big thing.
He was kind of a big deal. Yeah, I mean, us at the Zimmerman household, we're big fans of the blended guy. We've got his posters, we've got his merch, we've got
The
his
Zimmerman household. Yeah, that's my house.
Right on. So what's your major?
Yeah. Well,
That was a good segue, John.
that was a good segue because I haven't even technically on record told you that I'm going to college.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Are you
yes.
going to
Are
college?
you going to college?
For the record.
Yeah. For the record, I'm enrolled in UVU right now.
Ooh,
Nice.
UVU.
Yeah.
UVU's not bad.
And see, we were talking earlier off camera about how we have lives off camera, and we were talking about how I almost chose audio engineering as my
UVU has a great audio engineering.
program.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I've
social
heard.
distancing. You're
Yeah.
right.
But actually, UVU is one of the few schools in the U.S. that offers this major. It's called digital marketing,
Oh.
and it's a very exclusive thing. And,
Seems like your life is really looking up
and I am so optimistic.
for the future. Yeah.
I did
Me too.
not try to overdose on sleeping pills last night.
That's not funny. Don't laugh.
Guys, that was
Cut.
I'm happy for you, man. You know,
Mhm.
tell us more about digital marketing.
Yeah,
So you
marketing.
said, what? You market
It's
digitally?
so, okay, you're on Instagram, right? You see the ad there when you're scrolling, and then you scroll past it,
Yeah.
and it means nothing for the rest of your day.
So you're the
I
guy
make
who
them.
scrolls those.
I'm the one who looks at those analytics,
Oh.
and I'm the one who pays Google so that when you search lawyers near me, I'm the first one that comes up because I pay Google.
Ah, I see.
If I was marketing for a lawyer,
Lawyers. Are you a lawyer?
I'm not a lawyer, but I could be marketing.
Are you
for one.
marketing for a lawyer?
But why would
I
it
can't
pull
tell
up
you
your
that.
name?
You can't.
A man of intrigue and
He's
mystery.
a man of
My mind is an enigma.
solitude.
This man holds the key.
The key.
The key to the locked labyrinth that is my mind.
So I have a question for you, Daniel.
If you may.
What is your question?
So I have a
Henry?
question for you. Daniel. So here at podcasting, we have been struggling in a lot of ways. Financially, getting.
We're going out of business, guys.
We've just
Cut
been
that out.
struggling. We've been trying to market ourselves. And writing, subscribe to Mr. Watermelon on whiteboards at school hasn't really been working.
It's
Nobody
not the greatest
subscribed?
marketing strategy.
I don't think anyone's subscribed. We did that for
I
many
think-
months.
I think 0 people in total have subscribed.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get the buzz. You got to generate the
Well,
word. You know,
See,
You're the marketer. How
Yeah,
do we
we-
do that?
we are not the marketing.
there has to be something controversial about the Mr. Watermelon channel.
We need-
blacks.
Also, if I was
If
really
you get a
marketing
black
for you,
guy out
I
of-
would not want to actually create something controversial about your business.
That'll be controversial.
Although any publicity is good publicity,
That's what I've heard.
it's true.
PewDiePie.
It will.
So we should say the N.
The only reason I'm subscribed to PewDiePie is because you said the N word,
Yeah, I agree.
So
and then I
let's-
unsubscribed like a year later because he wasn't funny anymore.
Yeah. Now all he watches is BuzzFeed videos. And
Yeah.
Says, ha 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 ha.
PewDiePie, I feel, is not.
He's not at his creative height.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
he's kind of
But
just.
everyone goes through highs and lows. So you gotta respect the man because he's doing something right.
He's been on a low for like 12 years, which is his entire career.
Yeah, that's. I mean, clearly he's doing something because he has 100 million.
I hate
Subscribers.
PewDiePie.
So
I hate PewDiePie.
let's try and get
Ooh.
to the
Hey,
topic
we don't-
back at hand, guys.
At
Let's-
Podcast Inc, we try to refrain from harsh gestures like that.
harsh
Gestures. Harsh
Tourette's.
gestures.
How can we market
Here at
ourselves
Podcast Inc,
better?
we also don't bully people.
How do we cause something controversial? How do we? That was really gross.
That was really good.
You see, I'm the person who, during Gay Pride Month, which is this month, this is relevant.
Oh yes.
I would take the
I love gay
company's
people.
logo.
All my friends are gay.
What?
I would take the company's logo and I'd put a pride flag behind
That's
it.
good publicity.
Yeah.
Yes. Why haven't we done
Pride
that
Month
here?
is actually
Why isn't
just a
Mr.
marketing
Watermelon
scam. They
got
don't
the
actually
gay
care
pride
about
flag
gay people or
in the
whether or not
logo?
they're getting rights. They just want publicity.
I can't hear what Daniel said.
I
'cause
couldn't
you
hear
were
what
talking
Daniel
over
said
Daniel.
either.
What?
This is actually a serious topic now.
What? I'll design a watermelon with a gay pride flag behind it.
Podcast Inc.
Do we make a
Supports the
separate?
gays.
Do we make a separate channel for podcasting?
Well,
I
don't know if
You'd have to do it way more regularly.
yeah, we have to do
Yeah.
it like
Yeah.
at least once a month, at least.
At least, which is what we're supposed to be doing.
That was the original plan.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, viewers out there, the plan was to have a podcast every month.
So you may be wondering why we didn't. Because of our very busy schedules is the answer. We are very busy all the time.
Yeah, we're
Life as a student, am I right?
we're actually, because we're busy all the time, we've been working on an album.
That's true.
Whoa.
Because we're busy.
Daniel, do you want to talk about that?
Do you want to talk about the album?
Yeah.
This is
so-
actually a real album, by the way.
Yeah.
In case, yeah.
If so, the group is Time Cube. All right.
Welcome.
The setting is Orem, Utah.
Well,
And
actually,
also,
also
like-
wherever Andrew lives.
Wherever.
The time is 5:31. We're making an
funny.
album, and it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be big. June
yeah.
27th, right?
Nope.
No.
July 4th.
July
4th.
That's an
date
easy
of
date to
America.
remember because it's
I don't-
Independence Day.
I can't believe I did not remember.
Yeah. Remember,
Marketing.
Independence Day? That's our album. You'll remember it because you'll wake up. You'll hear fireworks when our album is released. Literally.
Our album is gonna be fireworks.
Our album is.
Yeah, you'll be listening to it, and
It is a
fireworks will be going off. Literally.
Literally.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you being the digital marketer, I have another question. How do we market the album? How do we get an audience?
I think a good idea
Reddit.
could be like go on podcasts and then like, get interviewed about our
Yeah.
album.
You find a creator who's just a little bit more famous than you, and you get them to be friends with you. And through them, you get someone who's a little bit more famous than them, and you become friends with them.
And
And
you
you-
just
yeah.
ride up the ladder, you know.
Mhm.
It's called the bandwagon.
It's
I
called
can
the
speak.
banana technique, actually, because there's a guy selling a banana painting. He just painted it at his house,
Mm.
and then he sold it, or he tried to sell it at a famous art gallery.
Mm.
And there was all these super rich people that he got like in contact through. He just got social media influencers, and he found them at the beach, just taking like pictures of like people doing yoga poses. And he was like, "Hey,
I remember this story. Yeah.
you want to take a picture with my banana?" Right? And so
Yeah,
they do
okay,
it,
go
and
on.
the banana gets more buzz. And then eventually you get inside of mansions with rich people, and they're like, "This banana painting is incredible," because everyone that they come in they're just so detached from reality that they're like, "This banana painting has to be legit."
See, modern art is a funny thing. It's complete bullcrap. Like,
I love modern art. I'm gonna be
What
honest.
are your thoughts about modern art?
I think it's lovely.
I think it's overpriced. I think
I
it's,
think
I
if-
think it's
if
good. I think it is.
If people
art.
want to pay that much for,
But if people want to pay that much for a
For-
banana taped on a wall, then I mean, go ahead, I guess.
yeah, I mean, yeah, make yourself feel happy, and buy
Masturbation.
and buy
That's not
bananas.
funny.
That's really not funny. Okay, so let's go back in time a bit. Your apartment.
Masturbame.
What?
Is that German?
Yeah.
Do you speak German?
No, but I did take Spanish 3. I got lots of credit for college.
Oh,
in that
como
class.
estás?
Say David is gay in Spanish.
Tu es gay.
That's where you're wrong. It'd be two eres gay.
Eres? Like the
Eres.
Yeah, I
that
don't
true?
even know. I don't know how to speak Spanish. Do I look like
Tu.
I know how to speak
yo
Spanish? This is a
soy tu
ginormous
eres. Yeah.
water bottle.
It really is.
It's called
Isn't
the Titan.
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I just realized we had a theme for the Daniel feature, but like, are we gonna play the real theme song?
We
Yes.
did that.
We're going to talk about Slater, David.
Okay.
Daniel, sounds like you're living a good life. How would you rate your life right
Oh,
now?
it's the dream. I just went to Savers actually,
Oh, how's that?
and I found a fish cassette, a cassette with a big fish on it, and it was actually an album produced in 2017, and it was a brand new cassette tape.
Huh.
Right?
Okay.
At Savers. I open it up. There's a credit card in there with a note. This just happened like 2 hours ago.
This is fresh juice.
See, this is the fresh scoop.
All right. It had like a bunch of. It had like a number code and a bunch of like letters,
Did you call
and
it?
some profanity on it too.
Oh, that's not very cool.
That I will not say.
Here at Podcasting, we don't appreciate profanity.
Yeah.
And anyways, I'm gonna have to look more into that. The credit card had an LLC attached to it, so I'm gonna try and figure out where did this come from. Why is
Sorry.
it in a cassette tape at Savers, and why are they still producing cassette tapes for
Fish.
people on Def Jam Records?
Can I ask a question? I personally obviously know what LLC means,
Mhm.
and but there might be viewers at home that don't know what LLC means.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
I'm remembering it right now.
Okay.
He's thinking really hard.
So viewers at home, We just
Oh yeah,
love you.
this is just right off the top of my head. It's a limited liability company,
Oh.
Yeah,
so it's for,
I mean,
it's for
obviously,
copyright laws.
Talk
I knew
about
that.
that.
I mean,
oh,
yeah.
talk about that.
We actually have our own LLC.
Oh. Podcasting.
Yeah, no, it's called it's literally called Ostentatious LLC,
Oh.
and it's for our film production company.
You want to talk
And
about
we get mail sometimes addressed to Ostentatious LLC,
Nice.
and it makes you feel like an adult because your company's getting mail.
Are you an adult?
Spam. I'm 18.
He's an adult, guys.
That's good.
See,
That's
if
good.
he was gay, he'd be a pedophile right now.
Daniel.
Or it could just like guys that
Guys.
are over the age of 18.
David is.
I'm on one.
He might not be that good, and that's okay. You know?
Yeah, we just kind of have to accept him.
We just have to accept David for who he is.
I'm the replacement.
It's okay. You know, your
It's been 8
expectations to be a bit lower. But it's okay. I'm gonna ask you some questions. So Daniel, you haven't really. I think you should talk about advertise. You know, to the viewers watch this. Ostentatious. You've been in many films.
Yeah.
I watched Fried Egg. I was at the world premiere of that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
the
loved
world,
it.
yeah.
Do you want to talk about your experience with it? Film?
Yeah, well, we tried to create a lot of build up and buzz throughout the whole production of the film, which I think really paid off because we premiered it in a like a theater at our school, and it was filled basically with people that I had never even met.
Tons of grueling fans.
People that I'd never even met who were, and I got messages all the time like, "When's this coming out?" Because I'd post pictures. I'm like, on the set of Fried Egg, because that was for like months. And so people were really starting to, and we didn't tell anybody what it was going to be about, but they saw like pictures of stuff, and so we kind of just purely a time factor created buzz on how much we were involved. People would see us around school. And
Should we put up posters at our school?
I'm saying,
and we
this is
put
good
up
marketing.
poster. We got posters approved by the school, signed with the little signature from the vice principal to put up Fried Egg posters premiering in the little theater.
Awesome.
And so yeah, that's just a little
Do you want to
marketing
plug?
experience.
Do you want to plug that channel real quick?
Yeah, Ostentatious Films.
Check them out.
Link in the descript.
Are you working on? Is there any new up and coming projects that you can talk
Yeah,
about?
there's a very
The time
avant-garde.
cube, other than the time cube.
There's a very avant-garde Lynchian film coming out. It's called Strobicon.
like that name.
And you would be fans of it because it kind of starts out like a talk show. It's
I do like me
We've-
some
we've
talk
got-
shows.
it's a room. You can't see anything that's in it except for two guys in a chair and a potted plant in the middle, like in between them.
On a table?
No, it's a really tall plant. Yeah, it's got a really tall.
I see. I can
trunk.
already sense the metaphoric.
nature
Ism.
of the
Yeah.
film.
Yeah,
And
metaphorical.
they're sitting there. One guy's got tape over his mouth. So it's like, what are these two guys sitting together, doing a talk show? If one guy can't even talk, and the other one's like, I'm cleaning his face, I'm wiping it off with a napkin, and I go, "What do I look like, chopped liver?" And I throw it by me, right? And I sit down. Okay, so as it progresses, a new character is introduced.
Hey,
I'm not going to spoil
you
too
shouldn't
much.
spoil it.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to spoil
that's
too
what
much.
I was gonna say.
But
Yeah.
a new character is introduced, and there's a lot of comedic moments and tomfoolery, and
I'm excited.
Yeah.
When does it premiere?
flesh being sliced.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. This sounds exciting, man.
I'm hyped.
Do you know when this is coming out?
When is
Can
this?
it be said when it's
You
coming
know,
out?
I actually
Where's
have an
that?
interesting
On
proposition
the
for you. Do you want to create some saxophone music to go with it? We just need the music.
This is for off camera.
Oh, yeah. So, cut that.
Cut.
This can be on camera.
this
Oh,
can be on
it
camera?
could be. Okay,
This could
fine.
be. You could watch
Do you want to phone your manager real quick?
as it progresses.
Yeah,
Because
I'll call your
we
manager,
need
yeah.
music for the background, and we wanted something kind of loungy, something kind of jazzy and loungy to be in the background, but
It's okay.
also can have like some like
Yeah.
spooky synth stuff
All right,
to make
I'll-
it seem like
Sounds
newer.
like Twin Peaks, kind of.
Yeah.
The spooky sense, but jazzy.
And I was like, that would kind of be right up Henry's alley.
I'm open to.
I want to go right up Henry's alley, and
You want right there? You
So
want
he
to go right
is
up?
gay.
You want to go deep in?
I want to go deep inside Henry's mind, and try and grab and stimulate his creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Hey guys, it's just a bit.
It's just a bit, guys.
Just a bit. Just Josh.
This is just three guys on a couch featuring Daniel Nelson.
Yeah. Nothing else.
I'm very open to that. Yes. 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 Yes.
So we should work on something for the music for it, because although it's all shot, it's mostly edited. We're just figuring out some audio stuff on it right now with the talking, because there's a lot of dialogue. If you like dialogue, you'll like this, because it's interesting
Is
dialogue.
it subbed or dubbed?
It's surrealist dialogue for sure.
Surrealist. Mm.
Yeah.
Sounds very Lynchian. Yeah.
I like my dissonant chords. How about you?
Yeah, I love dissonant chords. So, is it still being developed? Sauerbraten? What is it called?
Strobicon?
Strobicon.
Oh, Strobicon.
Sauerbraten.
I love Q2.
That's the German translation. I speak
Oh yeah,
German.
you speak.
I
German,
speak
yeah.
German, so I would know.
Yeah.
The White Devil.
Well, this
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm
Be excited. Link in the descript.
link in description, and
Well,
you have other films.
Assuming
right?
that it's
Yeah.
released by then. Is it released before?
No, just to the channel, ostentatious. Just.
Yeah.
I know there was a.
You ready
King
for
Jong-un-
that though?
King
I know
Jong-un
I
movie?
am.
Don't watch that one.
Oh, don't watch the King Jong-un movie.
That one was.
That's just offensive.
I had
Didn't
no
appreciate that at all.
creative say on that one.
Oh.
All I do is I
is
dance.
this drama?
Who's been
this
directing? Who's been writing, directing these?
Now, Trevor he has a little philosophy where
Oh,
he's just gonna throw out every single idea that he has and film it.
I
and
mean, that's kind
publish
of
it.
what we're doing right here, but
And he was like, eventually something will stick, right? If all my ideas, I just throw them out there. And this was one of the ones that I would say bounced off the wall and hit him in the face.
metaphorical.
King John Undead, right? That's the name title.
I'm not even gonna say the name.
Okay, it's okay. So don't watch that one, guys.
That one's that's
Yeah,
just offensive.
Watch Ed's Dead.
Yeah, that one's a mess.
Zed's dead, baby.
Yeah. I made the music for that one.
Nice.
I can make a comment about when me and Jonah had to make a short film for Chinese. There was
I
a
did
bit
see
of
that.
inspiration actually for Ed's Dead. I remember
Oh
that.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
got some
Ed's Dead
the
did
black
inspire.
and white.
Have you
Yeah.
seen The Sixth Sense?
Well, you were inspired by Ed's Dead, or Ed's Dead was inspired by you?
No.
We were
First
inspired by Ed's Dead.
Yeah.
And
To make our
Yeah.
Chinese
Oh,
short film.
creative
I was not a part of that
I had a-
project,
Link
but I
in
did watch it.
description.
and It was very good.
yeah, it was. Well, check out Ostentatious.
I
before
stuck
you check.
a wooden
Ostentatious.
spoon in my electric guitar,
Tell us
Oh.
about that, Daniel.
and that's how I made the music for Ed's Dead.
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah.
You made music
I'll make
for
my
other-
music with wooden
Ostentatious.
Yeah, like
spoons.
well, Lamp Lady.
I still haven't seen that one.
I've seen half of that one.
Yeah, it's got a 60s 70s vibe to it. Yeah.
Nice.
I love
I like my
60s.
60s.
It's kind of Ocean's 11.
I love the Ocean soundtrack and movie. I love all of them.
Yeah.
Was Danny Ocean in it?
My personal
Danny
favorite
Ocean was
Ocean's
unfortunately
movie
not a
was
featured
Ocean's 8.
appearance in
That's a
Lamp
lot. That's
Lady.
not true.
I was talking
I'm
to
not a
Edward,
feminist.
and he was talking about Ostentatious LLC or some up and coming project. I think this is more theoretical, but getting like real actors. to
Yeah,
act.
this
Have you
is-
heard about that?
Oh,
Can we talk about
I've been
that?
very involved in this, and I don't know how much I should reveal.
Yeah, we got that.
You
Yeah.
don't have to reveal anything if you don't want to.
Yeah.
The label.
Elijah Wood.
Hmm.
I honestly don't know who that is. I don't really know actors.
It's like the Lord of the Rings guy. That,
I don't know.
He's a small guy. He's a hobbit.
yeah.
So he's just a small upcoming actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood's a really small up and coming actor.
Yeah.
So you getting him?
We want him to voice Fish.
What a good use of his talent.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. Creative.
Yeah,
You know,
let their
freedom.
creative juices flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Stimulate
do
them.
when I masturbate.
Listen, you buckaroo.
I don't know what's up with you and masturbation today, David.
I'm just. I love fishing.
You're a masturbator. Yeah.
He's a master at it.
Yeah, you're a masturbator.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, with fish.
And then like the act of being a masturbator is.
Why don't we move
And
on
so the
from
the
this?
fish, I actually turned into a fish, voiced by Elijah Wood.
So you are Elijah Wood.
I am Iron Man. So, continue.
I'm Elijah Wood inside. Okay, I love that.
I
Man.
do have
Personally,
Elijah
do you
Wood
wanna- do-
inside.
I
me.
believe we're all Elijah Wood on the inside.
Well, especially you. You remind
We've
me of
all
Elijah
had
Wood
Elijah
a
Wood
lot.
inside us.
Can we just like get like a digital zoom on Jonah?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now can we get a picture of Elijah Wood?
Yeah. Like,
Right there.
And then do it with
Here.
every single one of us.
Okay.
but
Well,
especially
but
me.
nobody else looks like Elijah Wood except for him. Well, you don't
that's
really
true.
look like him. You just have Elijah Wood vibes. Okay.
Mm.
Let's see.
Thank you.
I'm gonna play a sound bite for you.
Awesome.
You can put it really close to the microphone so the viewers will really be able to hear it.
Yeah, man.
And while you wait, I'll give you some nice ASMR.
No. You don't do that.
No. See, no. We don't do that.
You laugh, it's funny. No? You agree? He's Mr. Woods? Mr. Woods? Do you play football? Mr. Woods, I will ask you, coming to the end of my... I must close soon, but yes, you must close soon.
That was a great way to end that video. Okay. So that's Elijah Wood's laugh. If you've ever wondered, if you've ever been watching The Hobbit and you're like, this is way too serious. What if Elijah Wood was laughing in this movie? Now you know you're not really missing out on much.
What do you feel about The Hobbit? That's, I
think
feel
very
like it's a
boring.
controversial
The Hobbit.
trilogy. I'm talking about the movies.
Yeah.
The movie.
Personally, I liked the Hobbit movies.
Oh.
Personally,
I
I
thought they
enjoyed
were
my
okay.
cinematic viewing experience, but I'd never watch them again.
That's a good idea.
I can-
Good point. Good.
I
Good take.
enjoyed it as I am in the theater and I'm watching The Hobbit
I
and
did
there's
not
fat people going, "Blah, blah, 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 blah," and they're really short, and I can appreciate that.
Short and stout.
But would I ever go back to appreciate that? No.
No. It's like I was gonna say masturbation.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
So guys,
So,
next
time
next
we're not
podcast,
even inviting.
we're not.
We're
David
I'm
might
out.
randomly die. if
I'm
you
out.
Say that.
I'm out of the group.
We'll see what
Well,
happens.
depending
We'll
on
see
your
what
future behavior.
happens. Yeah. Hey man, come back.
Hey,
come
I
back.
said
No,
future.
no,
future
no,
behavior.
This is your
no.
future behavior. You're deciding whether you'll be on it.
This is
right
not
now.
helping.
This isn't helping.
Come here, baby boy.
We can
That was a
snuggle
weird
later. So Stranger Things came out
Oh,
on
well,
4th of July.
I'm still
Oh yeah, like a year ago. Almost.
yet to see season
Almost-
3.
Almost a year ago it came out. You do realize that?
July 4th. Wow, you were there.
I was there,
Yeah.
and I
different
was
time.
square, and it was midnight. And
You're square.
Let the guess.
it's a SpongeBob reference. Have you ever seen SpongeBob Round Pants?
No. But I'm personally part of the Circle gang, so
This man has never been to Chicago.
Remember Chicago?
Remember Chicago?
Is it Transformers 4 reference?
Yeah, Transformers 4.
see Chicago. Really kind of got messed up.
And
No,
Transformers
if you're a diehard Transformers fan, like the rest of us are.
We love Transformers here.
Here at Podcasting.
Do you like Transformers? Any of them?
I don't remember anything other than the hand going.
Play the clip now.
Wow, that was a really funny clip.
That was awesome.
Oh wow, okay, I really enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
I loved watching that clip.
Guys, the audio's clipping. Stop.
Sorry.
Sorry, be quiet.
All right,
What, Daniel?
Yeah.
Daniel,
Do you
it's
have
been
Is
a
that it
pleasure
for the
having you
Daniel
here.
segment?
I'll play the outro thing.
Outro.
Oh, the
And it
outro
might be a
theme.
little long, but
Well, is it the intro, but just
Well,
the outro?
no, it'll be different. It'll be okay.
Thank you, Daniel.
No problem.
It's been such a
It's
great
just,
time.
it's great to be here, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Check out.
You actually
God,
didn't invite me. I just walked in.
Hello.
I just walked in, and they're like, "Dude, the podcast's starting in 2 minutes."
Yeah, so we were like, come on in. We're water snacks.
We're a big fan of you, Daniel.
We're big
Thanks.
fans.
I'm big fans of the Three
Such a
Guys on a
pleasure
Couch
being
podcast.
here. I'm such a big fan of yours, and I really look forward to all the work that you do.
I'm on your show.
This isn't my show.
Okay.
All right.
See you later.
Oh, that was
Okay,
the.
man.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Welcome back from the Daniel interview. We hope you enjoyed that. But on a real note, guys, we do truly hope you enjoy that. Because here at Podcasting, we care about our fans. We love each and every one of you. If you liked like the video. If you dislike this, still like the video. But I just want to have a little message for everyone out there. The world is in fact spherical. And that spherical world we live on can be difficult sometimes. Can be hard. Like a rock. Because rocks are hard. I'm hard as a rock.
Okay.
I'm actually flaccid.
Okay. Oh, and my masturbation stuff. That was past the line.
Yes.
Okay.
You did that 3
You
times.
did it way more than you should have.
Yeah.
Like one time.
One
maybe.
time.
Hey. Comedy comes in threes.
You did it more than 3 times.
Okay, maybe I did. But, I'm gonna finish this game of chess and I'm gonna win.
Should I go back to reading my thing?
Why are you guys so bad at this? This is where we end it.
Oh, we're just ending it?
Yeah, David's playing chess. It's just the mood's not there.
Well,
Let's stare at the camera for a bit. And then play some music.
Slowly fading in. It's probably some Chick Corea impressionist jazz.
It'll just be piano stuff.
Uh,
And we'll just yeah.
Yeah.
Stick with the OG. Chick Corea is a little avant-garde for some of our, listeners.
Yeah, it's
But if you got to the very end of this video and you never skipped ahead, I don't really know what you're doing. with
Why
your
are you
life.
wasting your time?
But
Find something better to
but
doing.
also
No,
thank
don't
you very
say that.
much.
I'm
No,
sorry.
thank
I
you.
mean,
Thank you.
thank you.
From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. Sincerely. We hope you enjoyed.
We hope you enjoyed. I'm going to play the outro music. Oh, yeah. Our Patreon link is in description. We'll make one.
Oh, okay.
And
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
thanks for Daniel for coming on the show.
special guest
Thanks, Dan. Can we get
who
an applause
don't
for
have a
Daniel?
camera for.
Applause for Daniel, guys. Okay, just me. All right.
Just awesome. I really love you guys.
I love you too, man. No homo though, even though it's Gay Pride Month.
It is Gay Pride Month.
This music is so empowering. I just feel like crying. I feel so emotional.
We've just been on so much. We've had so much together.
Yeah,
so much
man.
time.
Just
We're graduating high school now. But we're not gonna be like the other people.
We'll be better.
assess the situation.
Get off!
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll do that.